Hey guys, it's Kane Brown. Just an interview on the Zach Zane Show. Just want to say I love you guys. I hope y'all love the album. These guys are amazing. Funnest people I've had to talk to. I think that's how you say it. More fun. Whatever. Love you guys. Hope you liked the interview.
Hello, beautiful human. My name is Zach. That is Dan, and we welcome to the studio for the first time ever. Kane Brown.
Hey.
What's up? Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's so, it's so refreshing to work with a country artist because you're cool with things like doing things live, and you also are incredibly more relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
You flow, and I also don't want to stereotype you as a country artist because the album that we're about to discuss is so, each song is different than the last, and it's, one, exceptional.
Thank you.
But two, it is not just country. It is rock and roll. It is pop. It's you, right? It's not defined to one genre.
Yeah. Which was kind of like, it's weird that I just thought about this after the album's out, but it's like kind of what I was going for Different Man. It's like I've been releasing all these like pop singles here and then country over here, and it's like finally I have this album with everything together just to kind of show people I'm different.
It plays into the title, obviously.
Yeah.
So do you set I don't mean goal for success, but I mean goal in the creative sense. Do you set a creative goals for yourself that you want to achieve with this album before you start?
No, I don't set goals because I feel like that's how you get let down. And I'm a very depressed person, but I'm always also a very happy person now. But yeah, I don't set goals. I just try to always outdo myself. But with this album, I knew it was going to be a little different. This album was just more of basically, I don't even know really. No, I don't set goals. I don't set goals.
Does music flow differently for you when you are depressed or happy? Do you make music in all states of emotion?
Oh yeah. I mean, if I get sad, I'm like the emo girl in a movie, like driving with just sad songs, like. But then, and I also do that when I get in a room. Sometimes, like if I go in a room to write, and in Nashville, like with some of the writers, Josh Hogue to be exact, Josh is the type of artist or the writer that's gonna write very sad breakup songs. And so like I'll go in, and if I'm in a very happy mood and he brings that in, it immediately affects my mood. You know what I mean?
You'll revert back to sadness or the last time you felt down or what?
Yeah, so like if I have found out if I'm very happy and then we go to write a sad song, I get very depressed and very bored very quickly. So I have found out, as me being an artist, I used to just be the guy that just sat in the room and was like, okay, if you want to write this, then we can write this. But now I'm like, screw that. Like, I want to write up-tempo, happy songs today, something rocking, something,
Your mood sets the tone for the room.
Definitely. If I'm depressed or sad or whatever, then I'm going to the room, I want a piano. Give me a piano. Give me something I can write to.
Have you realized that one of the many parts of this job is more than just lending your voice to somebody, but it's also curating the right space to create, right? And assembling the right team for the right moments and energies.
Honestly, anybody can do it. I feel like, especially, with writing songs, it's just, and I don't do it as much as I did now. I definitely feel like when I was trying to learn how to become a writer, I was a lot more hungry on listening to what everybody said. So I would always, like, if we were having a conversation right now, I'd immediately write it down on my phone. Or if somebody said something to me, I'd immediately write it down on my phone. Now, I go in the room. I would say I had to try harder back then, but I'm way more experienced now of finding out what I want to write. Back then, I had to look up through my phone. I don't go through titles through my phone anymore.
So will you go into a studio or a session blank slate knowing that you have notes if you need, but you choose to just kind of go for the moment?
Yeah, so usually when I look at my notes, I'm like, I'm not vibing with them as I was that day. I used to have dreams about them. I have crazy dreams. If you want to go into that, we can.
Yeah.
But I used to have dreams, and I would wake up, and that was actually my first song, Used to Love You Sober. I had a dream, and that title was in there, and I wrote it down, and that was like what made me get my record deal.
Wait, so, okay. After that moment, you have to, you become more in tune with your dreams. Yes?
Yeah, I can literally have a dream and wake up and tell you everything that just happened.
That's crazy.
Yeah, everybody's like, it's so in depth. In depth.
So, will you wake up and take notes on your dream? Like,
no, so I've wanted to start making movies, and Alex is like my videographer and photographer. He's amazing. So we actually started our own production company with my manager and everything. So we've talked about doing stuff like that, but that's the thing is I haven't got to the point where I just wake up and write them down. But I have got to the point where I remember them so good, I tell them to my team, but my team hasn't started writing them down. So thank you for the notes there.
You gotta just, you can also start recording them. I think it could be
Yeah.
But so, are there any records on this album that are connected to dreams?
No. No.
Why do you think you have vivid dreams?
Well, sometimes, this is going to be really weird. Sometimes when I go to sleep, I ask God to give me song titles when I'm going to bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, but is it, are you seeing those results? And are you applying them?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the other day I had a dream, and it sucks because I forgot it, but I said that I was asking for a dream, and I went to bed and I had a dream, and I thought it was a hit song. Like when you're in your sleep and you're hearing a song and it's not a song, but you're like rocking out to it, that's a good song. So I woke up and I was like, I'm going to remember it, and I didn't. But yeah, I'll just randomly, I don't know. It's different.
This is really, it's, I'm trying to like connect how it relates back to creating music and then releasing it. Like, does it live up to dream standards? Like, will you make a song and will it follow you to your dreams?
No, I've never had that. These are good questions, man. I like this. This is different. Making me think. I'm like, usually I can just be like, nah. Nah, man.
Thanks for having
me. Yeah. No, I haven't had any that's followed me. But I'm going to start thinking about it.
I'm like really fascinated.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because I remember some dreams. And to be honest, the ones that I do remember in life are very vivid and reality based and like tend to be like gruesome, not great. But I also
mine are like weird. Super weird, bro. Like crazy.
You're from Chattanooga.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite cities on planet Earth.
Did you just lag?
Yeah, I
did. No.
There's a great radio station in Chattanooga, Tennessee, WDOD, Hits 96. They do the running of the Chihuahuas. I fuck with them.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
No, that's awesome though, the chats. Have you ever lived there or did you just go there?
No, just been there, and then we were on the radio there for a long time.
Nice. Oh, sick. Yeah, nice. No, I think, it's my favorite city. I said, and that's why I've got a song called Bury Me in Georgia. I know Chattanooga's Tennessee, but I'm like North Georgia, basically Tennessee. And yeah, a lot of people that visit, it's their favorite place to go. And then for me, it's home. So.
The birds in that record, Bury Me in Georgia, they're beautiful. Is that real? Like there's like you hear there's like chirping in there.
No, that's not real. No, they I don't know. There's birds in there?
There are at the beginning of that record. Am I crazy?
Oh, dude, your ears are crazy, man. Do you mix? Do you mix music?
No, I listened to that song. By the way, really, your album was the best way to wake up this morning. It was like the first thing I listened to. Listened to it twice. Really, first of all, it's like 17 songs. Like,
yeah, it was a lot.
It's incredibly thick, but in the best way. Like, do you go is that a country thing or is that a you thing to go 17 songs? Like, could you just not cut it?
Well, no. Well, it's been 4 years since I released the album, and then we released the EP during quarantine, but it was just songs other than like Be Like That and the song with John Legend. It was just songs that I had in my Dropbox, and we just threw them out because I didn't know if music was going to end, if I was going to have to find another job,
Did you really think that?
Dude, I was so, like, I was below the floor, like, depressed.
I get it.
Yeah. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if we were going to be able to tour for years. People were going to forget about me. I was scared as hell.
Wow.
Did you actually start thinking about like other things you could do?
Yeah. That's why I started streaming.
Become a streamer.
I'm going to be a video game, bro. Yeah.
By the way, in the middle of the pandemic, you did something very nice for us. We threw a prom with St. Jude, and you and Restless Road did a great performance. So I thank you very much for doing that.
Yeah.
It's very nice, and it was an extraordinary performance. But that is, when you're in that mindset of like needing to figure out what's next, I find it fascinating that you go to video games and the internet, because Facebook broke you in a weird way. And like, to be honest, I've never fucking said that to any artist we've ever interviewed, ever, because like that's who uses Facebook at its early stages to reach the masses in primarily like middle America.
Yeah. No, man, I don't know. I loved Facebook. I don't know what to tell you.
It's so weird.
No, man. Honestly, I've studied Facebook to a T, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay,
Yeah.
So, what do y'all think would be like your top thing on Facebook if you wanted to go viral?
I mean, at this moment in time, I don't know.
2016. TikTok's not here.
Okay. I would think to go viral in our world, we'd probably go viral on an interview maybe, but I don't think that would work. I think
Pranks?
News?
Well, no. So if y'all just did a video, and you're looking at the numbers of your social media, what would y'all look at to go viral on Facebook?
I don't know.
Like comments, likes, views. What do y'all think would be the main focus?
Views?
Yeah, I mean, or likes. I don't know. Shares?
Shares.
It's shares.
So when I found out it was shares, I just kept making sure, like, share the shit to you. Share it. I kept putting it on everything. Yo, share it. So, like, if you go back to my viral videos, I was killing everybody on Facebook.
Yeah.
I have my song "Found You" has like 900,000 shares, bro. So I'm on 900,000 people's Facebooks of that song. So when I found that out, I was just making videos, like make sure I said share on everything, and like Facebook was my data, and now I'm lost on TikTok. I have no idea. I'm trying to learn it so bad.
I find it like your life changes after you perform in a talent show. But how do you go from that talent show performance to posting and trying to figure out the strategy behind Facebook?
Well, it was working 2 jobs that I hated.
Yeah.
Playing a lot of video games. And then just realizing that I didn't want to work at those 2 jobs for the rest of my life and not be happy. And music is really what made me happy. And then when I saw it make other people happy, like I had a friend with me that made me go to the talent show. I was just singing it. Like every job I worked at, I would sing. It just passed time. You know, I was working in the paint department, and I was singing a song, Chris Young, "Getting You Home." And he came up, he's like, "Dude, you just gave me cold chills." Nobody's ever told me that before, but I was like, "Really?" Thought he was just messing with me. He was like, "Yeah, bro, like you should join the talent show." So I joined the talent show, and I sang that song, and then the crowd just started cheering, and they gave me an encore, so I sang "Your Man" by Josh Turner. And afterwards, this girl came up to me, I forgot her name, but she was really nice, and she was crying, and was like, "You did so amazing." And after that, I was just like, this is what I want to do.
It was seeing in front of your face the tangible effects that it has on people that pushed you to really dive on in.
I mean, I like to do it for fun, and I always did it, you know, just hanging out. I'd go to karaoke bars and do all that stuff, and then when people actually started, when I wasn't like actually at a karaoke bar, when I was just singing in an aisle, like that's the stuff that made me like really be like, maybe I could do this. And I just started practicing and really trying to figure out Facebook.
absolutely wild. So do you know right at the outset of this that you want to have a hand in both pop and country? Because you have managed, my friend, to have a real beautiful grip on both.
Well, I'm very fortunate, but
it's super rare.
Well, what's crazy is, so I'm gonna take you back to MySpace days.
Hit me, baby.
So I said, I remember this clear as day. I remember I was like, if I was ever an artist, I wouldn't even think about music at this time, and I never knew that music was in my life so much. But when I was going through like child abuse or anything crazy in life, I was always the loser in school. Like I was great at sports, but could never find a connection of friends other than like other losers. We hung out together. But music was my escape. You know LimeWire?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah.
That was my best friend. And so I always had all the music. And I never realized music was in my life that much. And I told myself if I ever became an artist, I would try to do everything. And what's crazy is I didn't remember that until like maybe last year or the year before last when I was doing country, and then I had Be Like That come out. And I was like, man, I did tell myself that if I ever became an artist that I would try and be in every genre. And then Different Man came out, and we have like Bury Me, it's like the rock's really in it now. And then we were just like Thank God was playing on gospel this morning. So it's like we got country, we got Christian, we got rock, we got pop. So to me it was just like I'm a different man.
Do you believe in manifestation?
What's that mean? I'm from Georgia.
Like you kind of like you planted a seed within you very early on that you ended up like really following through on.
Yeah, I do definitely feel like if you, whatever you plan, like you're planning your life.
Yeah.
That's regardless. Like
totally.
Whatever you want to do, you might get told no, but if you keep persistent and you keep doing it, it's going to happen. Well, it's just finding your path to get there.
And to be honest, like you can't sit there and tell me that people didn't look at you and go, you can't do both pop and country. Because they had to have said that.
Well, I'm only a rapper in a lot of people's eyes. Why y'all laughing? No. But yeah, it's crazy.
You produced on this album, sorry, but you produced a couple records, yes?
Yeah. Well, I don't really know because I helped out with the record, but then they
do the splits on their own and they figure out the credit without you?
Yeah, so I didn't look at that.
Do you remove yourself intentionally from that?
No, I just don't know.
But it also gets like messy and egotistical, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, like Dan Huff is so amazing. Like he literally does a lot of stuff. He'll just, like, perfect example, Drunk or Dreamin', one of my favorite songs on the record. He had Charlie Worsham, right? What's his name? Piano player. Charlie Judge. He had Charlie playing this piano bit on the I think it's Drunk or Dreamin' or Bury Me in Georgia. But he was playing it, and then he brought it down so you couldn't hear it unless you really listened. And I was like, no, that was fire. Like, you need to bring that up and play it over what you were actually about to play right there. And so he did, and to me personally, it changed the whole song.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dan's so amazing. I don't care to be a co-producer or whatever.
Well, but but See You Like I Do, produced by you.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't See You Like I Do, because See You Like I Do was Lindsey Rhymes, so it was Bury Me in Georgia.
Yeah. And Lindsey Rhymes and you are on See You Like I Do.
Are we?
Yeah, you both produced it.
Nice.
Yeah, sick.
Well, because that one was different because he was trying to take that one more country. So the demo on that one was super pop, and then he tried to make it like a mix of like basically just country, was like steel guitar, and took basically the whole demo away, which I fell in love with the demo, and everybody I showed it to was in love with the demo. And so I was like, no, we should put both of them together. You can come in with like the steel guitar that you did, but you can't lose the pop element to See Like I Do, because that's what makes that song. Because if you make that all country, then I don't want it on my record.
So you were very conscious with balancing all of these sounds at once?
Yeah, I think it's just me listening to it. I just know how I want the song to sound, and I'm terrible at explaining it, but it's just like in my head, I know what I want it to sound like.
Totally.
So, and it's really like my whole life just following my gut. And if I feel like that's another thing, like I know I'm getting off topic now,
No.
but you were talking about manifesting earlier.
Yeah.
I feel so smart using that word. When you manifest, if you also actually listen to yourself, because I feel like yourself can tell you if it's wrong or not.
But the scariest thing sometimes is
Just
to listen to
listening
yourself.
But
Yeah.
get this. I know, remember, you probably don't. I wasn't really big on there. I was on X Factor in 2013. This is a perfect example.
You have a first of all, you're on American Idol and they don't want you. And then you go to X Factor and they kind of wanted you.
Yeah, kind of. So crazy. This is low key scary, and this is what really makes. And I don't really talk faith a lot, but this is really what makes me believe. And I don't know what exactly it is, but it's also following your gut. So I was on X Factor 2013 and made it through. I was in South Carolina, made it to LA. Was so lit coming out here for the first time. And I tried out and they told me no. And so they were like, actually, we're going to bring you back and put you in a boy band, which was Restless Road. And
What?
there was my gut, bro, my gut was like, no. Like there was something literally like punching me saying, don't do it. So I didn't do it. And then went viral. So then they came in 4th place. And in my head, I'm like, damn, like I should have been there. I should be on their team. Like I was jealous of them the whole time, but I was still doing my thing. Well, then after that show, kept practicing, went viral. Now they're signed to us. We signed them to our record label.
That's...
And they're killing it now. And then the thing about it is they haven't even released any music. They haven't done any shows until we signed them.
Yeah, but because that's imagine if you did that though, your life would
It would be different, but you never know what would happen. But that's me just following my gut, manifesting.
That's
my new word. That's the word of the day.
That's really incredible, because that is full circle, but also to think of a world in a genre where you're not making music or you were making music as a group is like weird to think, because I don't know, you've done so much for country music. Do you feel that at all?
No. I mean, I do and I don't. I do feel like, I've had a lot of people say like, I didn't listen to country music before I found you, and I have like a lot of articles that say, you're opening doors and all this stuff. But to me, it's just like, I don't know why I'm shaking. Is it cold in here? I got adrenaline. I'm excited. Oh, shit. But no, it's just, what was the question? Am I doing it? What'd you say?
You really, you're doing a lot for country music and you're changing it for the better, but also like there is, I don't know. It's weird to, there's so many things, but the fact that you're able to do both pop and country incredibly successfully, and there's, the politics involved in that alone,
crazy.
Are in like
crazy,
like toxic and disgusting and insane, and like that's just the foundation. Like everything else is an uphill battle after that.
Yes, which I do also have to. My manager and my team, everybody,
exceptional.
We've all really thought about what we were doing. And we made sure that. Sorry, that was my wife. And we made sure
Priority.
that definitely. Made sure we let country music know we would never leave them. I deep down love country music. I will always have country music songs before anything else. And I feel like that's really what's kind of helped us, because they gave us this platform, they made my career, and I'm not going to turn my back on them. And I promised them that. And I really think that's what we just showed that we're loyal,
And when you're tested, you prove it.
Yeah, and then we get to experiment and do crazy things. And I look like a rapper, so goes both ways.
What was it like hearing Grand for the first time? That's a Mike Posner record.
Yeah. I was gonna say Mike was awesome. Mike was awesome, but yeah, hearing Grand back was super cool, but it was super different for me. I didn't know how I felt about it at first. And I started showing it to my friends and showing it to a lot of people. And everybody was like, yo, this is a hit. And for me, it was really scary because every pop song I've ever released, I've usually had a feature on it. This is the first song I released without a feature. But it's like something after quarantine about me, and I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but something about me kind of changed. And I was just like, screw it, you know? Because if this was 2, 3, 4 years ago, this song would not be out unless I had a feature on it.
Why is that? Is that a protective layer? Is that a distance thing?
For me, it was kind of like, it was a safety measure. Yeah. That's like, oh, I'm on it with Marshmello, or oh, I'm on it with Khalid and Sway Lee. And now it's just like, what? I just like making music, man. I just want to release this. I'm an artist. You can't just keep an artist in a box. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are going. Like, I feel like if you gave artists free reins, like any artist you wanted, like, who's your favorite artist?
I mean, there's right now Sam Fender. Love him.
Okay. If he wanted to go out and make any type of music that he wanted to, he would probably be nervous to do it.
Totally.
Yeah. And I think, like, I'm just to that point now where I just don't care anymore, and I just love having fun. And I found out that I'm gonna have to perform these songs for the rest of my life, and that's what I used to do. I used to just try and fit into the format of what everybody else was doing, and I was like, I'll sing these the rest of my life. But then when I perform them on stage, it's boring as shit. And now I have the most fun of my life, and I think the fans know it. Like, I'm having fun with the fans because I'm having fun on stage. And I think that's the most important.
It's coming to terms with losing everything during the pandemic, and like having to accept the fact that like you could have your new reality could be a video game streamer.
Yeah, that would be awesome, by the way.
Does that tie back to the fact that you kind of felt this freedom to do whatever your heart desired?
Man, I don't know. Because I've literally, when I tell you, I've been scared for 6 years now.
From of what? That it's going to go away?
Well, I don't know, that it's going to go away, that I can't do a certain thing, what people say, or what people think about me. Like, 6 years feeling like that sucks, bro.
Yeah.
So, for real now, I feel like I've been locked up, and now I'm free. And I've been super happy, and it's amazing.
But what changes?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Give me some time to think about it. It just happened. let me think about it, and
does this album have a hand in it?
I mean, well, I was this way before the album release. Like, I would say it started when our tour started. When I started doing the NBA Arena tour, but it kept progressing. Like, we did Staples Center, and I was super pumped because it was our second time there, and like. But I keep saying scared little kid, but I was like scared on stage. And a lot of people were like, oh, but it was a great show. It's like, no. And I keep asking people, I'm like, when's the last time you saw me? They're like, oh, 3 months ago. Oh, come watch me now. It's changed that much.
Wow.
And I say changed that much by just how freely I feel.
Yes.
Instead of just feeling like, oh shit, do I look all right? What are they thinking? If people look like, this is my favorite thing to do. When somebody looks like they're not having fun, they have their arms crossed or they're sitting there like this, which doesn't really happen anymore, but it used to all the time, especially when I was opening for like a Jason Aldean or somebody. And they would, and like wearing their cowboy hats, and they'd put their arms like this. I'll call your ass out now. I'll be like, yo, what are you so mad about? Dude, they get so embarrassed. One girl left. What? I felt so bad. She left. I called her out. Everybody was having a blast, and she just looked like she just got broke up with.
But that's confidence. That's freedom.
Yeah, but I never had that. I don't know if it's like because I was thrown into the Wolves. You know, like I played 8 shows and then got thrown to Florida Georgia Line on their tour of 15,000 people, playing for 15 minutes with the big ass TC3 behind me, which is the Cadillac 3. Love you guys. But I was terrified, and I feel like I've gotten the experience now where yes, I'm not where I want to be, and yes, I've still got a long way to go, but I feel like an artist now, and I'm really excited about it.
How do you measure success?
Just keep going. I don't measure a success. I just keep trying to grow, keep trying to do more, keep trying to dip my toes in things that you wouldn't think that I'd be in, and just keep figuring some stuff out.
Do you want to act?
Oh yeah, I want to act. I want to produce. I want to do movies. I guess that's producing. I want to do everything basically.
I mean,
just to try it. Why not? You only live once.
Isn't it wild to think though that you've made it to a point where making music has afforded you the freedom and the luxury to go and try a bunch of other things and to creatively do whatever your heart desires, but also like have like the money to do it? Like that is...
I don't think it's more about the money than I guess it is coming from where I come from, because if I didn't have it, I'd be working a 9 to 5 still and you wouldn't have no time. But I would also say it's more of connections. If people are like, if anybody's listening and is really trying to get into things, I would say it's more connections over anything.
Relationships.
Yeah, like relationships, meeting people that's actually, doing something that can help you.
What are you thinking, Daniel?
Well, I was thinking, like, you were talking about the things you want to accomplish, like you're headlining Stagecoach.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel when you get that call that, like, they want you?
Well, to show you how competitive I am, going up against one of the greatest singers of all time. I'm not saying going up against, because Chris Stapleton, I did not want to go up against him. But I'm going to put on the best possible show that I can. I'm going to bring y'all. We were talking about I have a lot of features. I'm going to try my best to get as many as I can out there, possibly more. And I just want it to be freaking crazy. Like,
Do you think about how your pop songs are going to go over with a crowd like that, or does that not even go through your head?
No, because the thing is yes, people talk about it all the time. Oh, these are pop songs. You sing them. Like, why? Why? I play beat like that. They're singing them. It makes no sense. I play. What a memory. One thing right. They go crazy for it. So it makes no sense to me. That's just like the internet these days. You can't say nothing. It drives me insane. And that's another thing that freaked me out, is like, you can't say anything or you're gonna see you bye. Yeah. That's Randy Travis's favorite line. See you bye.
So do you say nothing?
I did for the longest. Now you should go look at my social media. I do it in a nice way though. I don't do it any crazy way, but I make my fans laugh. Because if I comment, I don't know, you just gotta go look at it.
We're talking about feeling free on stage and confident. Are there fears around Stagecoach? Because none.
No.
Your peers are watching. The world's watching.
Hi.
I just can't believe you can't figure out what changed, because like a few months ago you're in front of 20,000 people at Staples Center nervous, and now you're going to be in front of like 100,000 people.
Plus, I mean, everybody on the internet watches Stagecoach.
Cool. Just ready to go.
I'm ready, bro. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know. I mean, honestly, too, I do say having two like kids. I didn't have any kids. It's like another thing. It's like I want to. What I've been saying is I care what they think, but low-key they don't think nothing right now. So honestly, I don't know what changed me, honestly.
But there is something in that though. Like biologically too. Like you're a father. You have little versions of yourself. You're in love.
Yeah, I would honestly say I think you get pushed so much that eventually it don't affect you anymore. I think that's what it is.
That is the T.
Yeah.
You kind of get numb to it.
Yeah.
So numb that you're now just free, because you don't give a shit.
And I will say that is one of the things when I like, if I go to a comment and they're like, "Oh, he ain't country," I'm like, get some generic content, bro. Like,
come up with something better.
Yeah, I probably said that wrong, but yeah, find something else to say. You're the 50,000th person to say that.
Did those comments used to bother you when people used to tell you that?
Oh, dude, I used to like want to fight. Let me show you how country I am, bro. I bet you I could pack a bigger lip than you can. Like, just dumb stuff, bro. And now it's like, whatever.
You are incredibly country. I mean that with nothing but respect.
You don't even gotta say it, man. I don't care. I know where I come from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's they look at me, man. That's all it is.
It's disgusting, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And
what, how I look?
Yeah, no.
You did reference the rapper comment twice already. Like, do those comments still get to you, or are you kind of over that too?
No, because personally, I think that's how I got to where I'm at today. I think people clicked and was like waiting to hear like me spit something, I guess I'd say, and then they heard me sing. I think it just shocked people. So they were like, I'm going to share it. Is
it important for you on the album to have someone like Blake Shelton because he's like a massive country artist, or did that just feel natural to have him?
No, so me and Blake actually, we have something else that we worked on during that week. So he was already like in my head, and I was listening to Different Man as I was headed to the gym. And you ever heard, God's Country?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was listening to Different Man, that just was in my head. And so I was like, I need another feature on the album anyway. I just had my wife. So I reached out to Blake, and he jumped on there.
I also love the message behind that song.
Thanks, man.
Could you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, well, for me, my life's so weird. I have so many, I feel like, analogies for these songs. And what I get from this song is a lot of people, and you see in movies and life and everything, like if your dad's a lawyer, he wants you to be a lawyer, or he wants you to go to a certain college or a doctor or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's an adult, or a parent, has something that they want their kids to do, usually. For me, I just want my kid to be happy, and I just want to set them up for whatever they want to do. But a lot of people don't have that luxury. So this song to me is like going back to, I don't know if we talked, sorry, I've had questions all day, but like me, I was working at FedEx, and I was telling him I had to quit and go to Nashville. My manager asked me to move to Nashville, and it had to be during like that time. It was like, you just got to quit and come to Nashville. So that's what I did. But at the time, it was like, yo, my dream, this is like my job that I'm making the most money, $17.50. What if it doesn't work? I'm just gonna be following this dream, and then I'm gonna lose this job. It was the best job I ever had, and it was to a point where the song is basically just saying like, you don't have to work a 9 to 5. Like, I don't know if like me personally, I started thinking about hours. You're basically working your life away. I know you have to do it. I get it. You have to provide for a family, all that stuff. My mom, she was a single mom. You know, me and my little brother, she worked like crazy and only made like $36,000 a year and tried to give us everything. I get it. You got to work. To me, it was finding some other way to work that made me happy. And that's like what the song means to me.
And a message I think people need to hear now more than ever, but also to a generation that is seeing that more than ever.
Yeah, I feel like this generation's changing. They're totally. Like, oh, I can do this.
Because, with all due respect, and I will loop myself into this category, it's because of people like myself and you who use the internet to literally craft our own destiny.
Yeah.
Truly. Because you did that. You really did. Like, you did this on your own, and people have talent, but if you're able to be consistent with it and get it out there on the internet, but also understand the system.
Yeah.
And keep going. Like, a lot of people will do it a couple times, and then they'll give up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, consistency
That's
changes
the thing,
life.
I will say I never gave up. No, I never quit.
No matter how, there's no way all the videos you posted to Facebook or MySpace did well.
No,
you know?
No.
I'm sure a lot of them did shit and were discouraging.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. I never stopped. I probably had over 100, 125 videos, and then one day woke up and my phone was...
Change your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
People want to stop, but don't stop.
Don't stop.
Riot. I like this record a lot.
Thank you.
What's in that cup?
Drink.
You came in here with a solo cup, and I was like, "That is." You showed up on time, which is incredibly country, very respectful. You're down to do this live, which is super country, very respectful. And then you also came in with a solo cup, which is incredibly country, but disrespectful because you didn't offer us any. But it's okay.
There's a little bit left.
You want the back one?
Who do you travel with? Like, who's in your posse? Like, do you have like a Sprinter van waiting outside for you?
That is one thing, is we travel like a rap group.
So you do have a Sprinter van waiting outside for you.
Oh yeah, we do.
His bodyguard's big as hell too.
I will say we only got like 6 people in our Sprinter van though.
That's good.
Yeah, but usually like it's low key. It's awesome and I love y'all, but sometimes embarrassing. Because we'll sometimes get somewhere and it's like I have this green room and there's 20 of us. It's like ready to go. But it's awesome at the same time because we got support and we love each other.
That's.
I mean, they were with me from day one. You know, have every right to be there.
Keeping that mentality is really, really special and important, and keeping the right people around you, and also you have love and you have a family.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Thank you.
Do you make music with them in mind?
Yeah, of course. I've got a couple songs, not on this record. I mean, I definitely have some for my wife on this record, but then I've got a song called For My Daughter, and then for my first one, I got to write one for my second. I feel when she gets older and realizes that she doesn't have a song,
it's not good.
I'm in trouble. I even have some songs on this record where I'm like, I have one line that says we're raising one of our own instead of 2 of our own. She's gonna be like, what the?
There's gonna be some songs she never hears.
You weren't here yet.
That is really cool though, that like there's gonna be a moment in time where you can sit down with your children and listen to the art that you've made. Yeah. No, Kingsley, man, she which is my oldest, she's about to be 3. She dances to every song we play. She'll dance to it. She knows my wife got a song called Thank God. She knows almost every word already. She can't really talk, but she knows the words. It makes no sense. Imagine not being able to talk, but you can sing a song. Are we giving birth to a prodigy? Oh, dude. Somebody's gonna have to pay the bills. She was playing so we had Good Morning, was it? No, it wasn't Good Morning America. Gail King. She came to the house the other day and we were doing an interview and talking about camera, like 6 cameras, everything around in the house. And you normally a child would be scared. My daughter's up there with her piano, playing, singing, closing her eyes, like getting into it. I'm like, who are you? It was crazy, but it was so cool to see. It's like, I don't know. Like that excites me, like for life. You get to like see something you created and possess like qualities that are yours and the person you love. Like that is there anything more special than having a child? I don't know. I mean, there are things, but like that's up there. No? Yeah. No, I mean definitely it's up there. Just to see this spawn that is like either the best or worst parts of you. Yeah. Or both. Yeah. You planning on having any kids? I hope. Yeah, if somebody wants to have them with me. I know it doesn't take 2 to tango, but I would love a willing participant. Nice. Slow and steady. Listen to Different Man, please. We're going to put a link in the description below. Also, we're live on AMP, and I'm going to play some songs from the album. This album started with what song and ended with what song in the creative process? Well, if you want to go before the CDs are made, it's... Wait, are you talking about writing-wise? Yeah. Finished and completed. What song was done first? Well, if you talk about the first song, it is Riot, which was actually made in 2015. Wow. I've been holding on to it for that long. Why was it right for this? Wasn't scared anymore. It's another song. Everybody was very controversial over it, of it being Riot. It was like during the times where George Floyd and the riots going on, and like it was just crazy. When I played it on Facebook back in the day, and a lot of my fans loved it, but I was getting a lot of criticism for it when we were trying to use it for football or use it for movies and all that stuff. So we held on to it, and we just were like, screw it, and put it on this album. I felt like it really needed that rock vibe. Well, that's a test, right? Like if you can hold a song for that long and it ends up doing well or fitting properly. Yeah. And now we got it for, what's it on? It's on the new TV show, Fire Country, I think. Use it for some college football. Yeah, college football stuff. Sick. Yeah. And it's like people just kept saying no to us this whole time, and it's like, why do we listen to them? But honestly, I think it's perfect. I think, and that's another thing, I think it's just following your gut and your path of what, I don't know. But the timing ended up being right. Exactly. We followed it. And the last song you made for this album? Last song was called Losing You. We were in the studio and
we were supposed to cut 2 songs, and we cut the one song. I forgot what it was, and then the next song, I was like, I actually don't want this song on my album. Excuse me. So I randomly thought of a title and sent it to my writer that's on my publishing company, and him and my boy Jackson Free wrote it and sent it back to me. I just told him like what I wanted the chorus to sound like, what I had in mind for it, and they came up with the musical like demo really quick, sent it back, and then we went in the studio. We were in the studio already. We went in with Dan, showed him the song, and so it probably got written 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So there's no one way that you make music.
No, I'm all over the place. I'll either do a track, I'll do a guitar, I'll just randomly hear a melody in my head like while I'm taking a piss. Just different things, you know.
You're my favorite.
Did a piss inspire any of these songs?
No, not these. Just hits the water different. You're like, oh, I like that beat.
You hosted Randy Travis at a barbecue?
No. So he came over to my house, dude.
Yeah,
this was so
you had
crazy.
him over?
Yeah, so he came over to my house. He brought barbecue for a whole army. All right, like crazy an amount of barbecue. They love this place in Nashville. I never ate there before. I forgot what it was called. It was him, his son, and his daughter, and his wife. Love his wife, and they brought 2 guitars. They signed them for both of my kids. Randy did.
Cool.
And then they sat on my porch for like 5 hours, and we just talked, and Randy only drinks red wine. So he had some red wine, and we just hung out. And then they left, and that's what's weird to me is like I didn't register any of that. You know, I'm like just hanging out, having fun. And then like a week later it goes by, and I'm bored. I'm playing the guitar that Randy just signed for my daughter. And I'm sitting here and I look down and I see it signed. I'm like, holy crap. Like Randy Travis was just at my house on the porch with us, brought barbecue over. It's like amazing, you know? And I just think like, I have hard times. I have no emotions really, which is really weird. And then I also don't think about things because I just stay focused on the next thing. So I don't have time processing what just happened. So like, even if I win an award, rarely happens. But if I just if I just won an award, they're like, "What are you gonna say?" I'm like, "I don't know. Thank you." Like, just I don't really process it well.
Wait, maybe it just takes you time to process. Do you ever process it?
No, I'm very grateful for it. It's like doesn't calculate up here. I don't know what it is. It's almost like move on to the next thing.
Yeah, just keep going.
Like Mamba mentality. Rest in peace. It's almost like that.
But that's like, you need that to be great, right? And to keep moving, no? Or to keep innovating and to keep challenging yourself. But I'm sure there is something nice to marinating in a moment.
No, yeah. I mean, I would love. My wife tells me all the time. She's like, you just like don't show emotion. Like one of my biggest pet peeves. Somebody will say bye in my house. Like if they're there, they'll be like, okay, bye, and I'll just sit there, and Kate will be like, bye, and then she'll be like, say bye. Well, oh, bye. Like it's just like my mind don't process things like that. I don't know what it is. It's just
there's no time.
Yeah,
there's no time to say goodbye.
I don't know.
You're thinking about other things.
It's like I heard them. They said they were leaving. They'll be back tomorrow.
But
maybe they won't. I don't know. You know, you never know.
That's
scary.
Dark. And true.
Yeah.
So you always got to remind the people you love that you love them.
Yep.
Hey,
Cody Johnson, till you can't. You listen to the song if you haven't heard it.
It's a really good one. I love that song. But speaking of award shows, what's up with the CMAs? Nothing?
Oh, you trying to set me up, huh? Hey, you're right though. Nothing. That was good. That was a punt. Did you know you did that?
No, what'd I do? Whatever it is, I did it on purpose then.
Yeah.
If it was good.
There, you're right. Ain't nothing with the CMAs. Yeah, I don't know. Ain't nothing there.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yep.
Something should have been there.
Nah, I ain't worried about it.
All right, we'll move on.
It is what it is. All good. I had some artists text me though. I will say I had some artists text me, and I always want to say thank you guys. I appreciate it.
A great community amongst other artists. Like I feel like there's a next generation of artists that are incredible.
Yeah, country music definitely, artist-wise, as a family. I know there's some crazy things that randomly happen. You don't ever see stuff go on in country music, really, between artists. I know recently there has been. But generally, usually, it is love and family. Yeah. And I won't say, I don't like seeing a soap opera. I don't mind it every once in a while. Yeah. It's pretty entertaining.
A little drama's healthy.
But yeah, country music's amazing, and I had a lot of them text me and really support me. So it was awesome.
Different Man is the album. Listen to it, please. It is, dude. It's one of my favorite. It's easily one of my favorite albums of the year, if not my favorite album of the year so far. But like, I could say it could enter like top 5 in my life. I'll let you know in a couple months.
In your life? Oh, I thought you were going to say this year. I was like, how many albums released this year? Like 5?
No.
It's 5 out of 5.
I really love it.
No. I appreciate you just saying you like it, man. Thank you.
And I find myself going back to the same records over and over again. So
what's your favorite?
Dude, I really love Riot. Really love Riot. Love Bury Me in Georgia. I fucking love I love country music.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I love Drunker Dreamin', and you called that your Jimmy Buffett song, and I love Jimmy Buffett.
I love Drunker Dreamin', man.
Yeah.
What is it about it that you love?
I think it's just to feel good. I wrote it on the beach. There's a lot of memories that I can't say on here about the beach, about some of the writers. And then
Wait, so you do you go on a writing trip? What do you do?
Yeah, it was our first writing trip for the album.
Oh.
And we went down to Florida.
That's fun and dangerous.
Yeah. No, I didn't do anything.
Everybody else did.
Watch. No, not everybody else did.
Whoa.
Okay, we're getting too specific now. But it was fun, and that song to me is just like it was. When I play it, makes me happy, makes me dance, and it's just. Hopefully, I hope that's a good summer song in the future.
Should we listen to it?
I think so.
I want to listen to it. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, do you think it's pretty cool to see people like Diplo continue to be at Stagecoach and they're introducing like dance music into that whole environment?
Man, honestly, I do, and it's a weird spot for me because I want to be the trailblazer of music, right? And basically, like, it's weird because, like I say, I do want to stay in country. But I also want to make it where it's like there's not really a genre, and then it does for me. It does that with a lot of different genres. I feel like any artist should be able to explore and do what they want to do, but then it's also like I feel like there should be a genre barrier. I don't know. It's my mind to that stuff. One day I'll be over here. The next day I'll be over here. One day I want everything to be super country, which is how this album started out, and the next day. No, I'm throwing Grand and See You Like I Do on it. It's like I can't stay focused on one thing. It's like nothing's right. And that's why I get kind of weird in interviews because I don't really ever have a straight answer because my mind, I feel like I'm so ADHD all the time. And I feel like one of these days I'm going to find it and focus on it. And then people are just like, oh my God, I understand you so much more now.
But are you ADHD on it because you're afraid that like there's not one right answer?
I don't feel like there's one right answer. I feel like there's multiple answers.
But isn't the best way to not define, like to not answer it, is to just not define it at all?
Yeah, but I feel like there is an answer out there. Even if it's like there's got to be a way to like solve it.
Jack Harlow said his sound is impossible to box in. Do you almost want do you kind of want your sound to be boxed in though?
No, I don't. But
some days you wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like some days I want. I think the thing is now is songs. I don't even know how to say this. I'll get back to you because I don't want to get in trouble.
We'll be here. But you have to come back on the show.
Yeah, bring me back.
No, you're genuinely one of my favorite artists. I think you are
thank you.
extraordinary. Your sound's great. You manage to do so much, yet stay pure when you choose to do it. It's like, I don't know, like, I feel like you're stressing and beating yourself up over something that you definitely already have the answer to. But like,
I don't know, man.
do you see yourself as successful?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you should saw where I came from.
Yeah.
I saw myself successful before I ever even had a record deal. I had my own apartment. You kidding?
Yeah, that was success.
I had a roommate and everything. You know, it was awesome. But now, I mean, yeah, I definitely see myself successful. But
do you see yourself as game changing, or like when you look at your peers, like a Blake Shelton?
No, I'll never say I'm game changing. My only thing now is just to make it where I say this all the time. My kids, I just want my kids, and hopefully, I mean, I want to get to a point where they have nothing to worry about. That's my goal for my babies. And then when it comes to music, hopefully down the road, people look at me and be like, yo, that guy was crazy, or do you remember him? Like, you know, something. But right now I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on just keeping my career going, having fun, and, you know, setting my kids up.
Different Man is the album. Please listen to it. Worth your ear. You good?
Yep.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Genuinely, like, you are an incredible human and great artist. So thanks for giving us the time and energy.
Yes, sir. I love this cat pillow.
You can. It's yours to pet, but like you can't take it.
I would have petted it the whole time if I saw it. Oh, I did see it. I just, don't want to be weird.
All right, let me get this record that you wanted to hear, right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Which one is it again?
Drunken Dreamin'.
Drunken Dreamin'. Yeah, that's the name of the tour, right?
Yeah.
Tickets? I'll put a link in the description below as well.
Yeah.
Sick.
Do it.
Kane Brown, everybody.